I'm in my parents' living room. The letter has arrived. I'm 16 years old. There's excitement, anticipation, and concern about what the future may hold. These are my GCSE results. And I open the letter. I was pleased that I'd done really well in the self-paced coursework exams. And yet, there was a marked difference with all the time-restricted sit-down exam results. I had especially failed my first English language. I felt like a failure, failed by a system that perceived one type of intelligence as the only way to be intelligent. I felt not good enough, not smart enough, and essentially misunderstood. These were the underlying teachings that school brought about for me. Years passed with me unknowingly carrying those test results inside of me. There was a lot of frustration and resentment subtly shaping the beliefs about myself and the way society works. I would say to myself, I'm not a communicator, I'm not a business person. I really believed I was more of an artistic person. I began excusing myself in avoiding to speak up. This paradoxically reinforced the feelings of being unable to express my ideas properly, which then developed into social anxieties, further manifesting as time management issues, finance issues, and not following through with some of the most important things in life. Depression and paranoia grew to the point of emotional exhaustion and debilitation, and I almost became mentally ill. It was extremely fortunate that I discovered the power of natural healing methods, and I was able to recover, which pointed me into a new direction and vocation in life, providing massage therapy. Over the years, friends had suggested that I might be dyslexic, and some said I even must be. Yet I wasn't sure about how knowing this, having a diagnosis, would actually help me because I already knew myself. Eventually, while studying my master's degree in osteopathy, I got tested and diagnosed with dyslexia. The relief and reassurance of knowing how my brain was functioning was wonderful. And my confidence started to grow because I was able to relax, knowing I could just be me in social situations. I could at least be happy with actively choosing to be silent in group conversations. I started to really discover my own unique learning ability, and I started to work with my own natural processing speed rather than fighting against it. I got support, I was mentored, and I learned to speed read. And I essentially learned how to learn. 13 years went by and I continued to study, train and practice ways to promote my physical and emotional health and understanding how it works for others too. I saw what was possible to change in my own brain. And I had coaching in performance, self-awareness, speaking, mental fitness, business, communication and leadership. Now, after 25 years of spending all that time and money in personal development, from the most confusing and distraught time in my life, to knowing how to thrive with self-confidence, I now know how to shift those unhelpful stories of anxiety and depression in each moment and maintain my mental fitness. Not just accepting what I thought was dysfunctional in my brain and about society, but also challenging those naive beliefs and actually converting them and activating a better reality. I don't want anyone to have to go through what I went through, especially for so long. Not expressing what they want, when they want to, and losing all those opportunities to create the results they truly desire. Affecting relationships, health, work, finances, productivity, creative flow, and ultimately happiness. So I help neurodivergent and neurodiverse people feel good, valued, and celebrate their own unique learning ability so that they can interact with the world the way they want to and feel empowered, heard, and understood. This is where the real magic and true results can be created. Like many of you, whether you're aware or not of these limiting beliefs that go on underneath and inside of us, these struggles are real. They play out in the unique behaviours, choices, and actions. They keep us stuck and restrict our ways that we can move forwards. I believe whether you're a learner or a teacher or a team player or a leader or an employee or a manager, we can find what works for us and celebrate the gifts and talents of us and those around us. We all learn and respond to things uniquely. We all remember to work things out differently. And we can understand how to lead ourselves and others compassionately and in adaptable ways. People often ask me, how can you help me and my doubts and scatteredness and stress and communication and mad habits? And the answer is yes. The next step is to book your Pull Up Your Power and Find Your Place in the World strategy session. What is it? It is a free 45-minute call where you get to know your situation and see what's possible for you. What it does is to identify your current challenges and struggles and clarify the steps that you need to take yourself forwards. What it means is that you don't have to worry and continue to struggle on your own, and you will see a clear picture and of the true value that you can bring to the world. I spent 25 years discovering and deep diving into my own neurodiversity, managing my physical and mental well-being. So you don't have to waste any more time being anxious, procrastinating, and hiding your emotions. You can learn all of this from me in an incredibly shorter space of time instead. Picture a day when you no longer feel anxious about speaking up and expressing yourself. Picture a day when your best friend says, "Your confidence is shining and it's so great to see." Picture a day when you're sitting on a beach feeling full of peace and joy because you no longer regret your choices and actions. We're just a call away from you having that plan that drives you towards that day. Whether you're a young adult neurodivergent that's freshly diagnosed, or whether you're a late diagnosed feeling stuck and wondering what to do next, or whether you're suspecting you are neurodiverse or just feeling different from those around you, fighting to fit in around the normal ways of doing things. I can help you feel safe, supported, and celebrate your uniqueness, and for you to feel ready to speak your truth and express yourself in the way you dream of. I'll leave you with this. I told you before that I was afraid to speak up and communicate my ideas properly, and that I healed from mental exhaustion and illness, and that the diagnosis of dyslexia gave some relief that I was sorely craving, that I could simply relax and just be me and actively choose not to get frustrated in social situations. At that point, it felt like the sky was the limit. Now today, I feel there are no limits for creating and building the life of my dreams. I went from feeling the fear of rejection and the fear of using my voice to creating a 21-day summit, enrolling and interviewing expert speakers, guiding all of those conversations, and becoming the expert in facilitating the clear communication that was necessary. So I believe that when you combine the power of self-expression With the power of unrestricted neurodiverse thinking and accessing the power of your unique learning ability within you, there are no limits. There are no limits to what you can do. There are no limits to who you can be. There are no limits to what you can achieve. There are no limits.